Hey, y'all.
Uncut Jam. Okay. Hi, everybody.
How's it going?
It is great. How are you?
I'm doing okay. It's snowing today.
A lot of snow, which I love.
It's not sticking, which
Nope.
I love. And it's not that bad outside. It kind of looks pretty.
It is really pretty. I love the snow, as you know.
Yeah.
Just got a sick rhyme
I
right
like
there.
to see it, but
Right.
it is like one of the few times it has snowed this year.
Mm-hmm.
So
Unexpectedly, too.
yeah.
We love that.
It seems to be how it's been going
A
this year.
good surprise. It's our Friday.
Oh, yeah.
It's our Friday.
We're going to be working the weekend for the first time in
Together,
quite some
baby.
time.
We haven't worked together on a weekend in a long time.
Yeah, a long time.
Like pre-pandemic. Nope.
Mm,
That was a straight up lie.
That seems like a long time. That was 2 years ago.
Straight up lie. Because we worked like every weekend together when we reopened.
Oh, yeah.
Remember that?
It's probably been like 6 months, though.
The good old days.
Yeah.
Okay. Great.
Well, lots of things are happening. We're back open on the weekends, but there's more changes coming.
So many changes, you guys. The most changes.
The big thing is that all the library branches are going back to our regular pre-pandemic hours.
Mm-hmm.
So that's going to start actually on Monday, February 28th, which will
Correct.
be yesterday when we drop this.
I always get so
episode.
confused when you talk like that. Oh my.
Yeah, we got to think about the future here.
Yeah.
This will be next Tuesday on March 1st.
Correct. So as of yesterday, we are open normal hours, and we called upstairs to verify said hours with the almighty Crystal Stuck,
Yeah.
the one who keeps us all together. So our hours here at East Hills will be Monday through Thursday, 9 a.m. to 9 p.m., Friday and Saturday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., and Sundays, 11 a.m. to 3 p.m.
Yes.
So that's here. But we've got some other branches. So if you want to visit them, downtown is open Monday through Thursday, 9 a.m. to 8 p.m., Friday and Saturday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., and Sundays, 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Carnegie is open Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m., Tuesday and Thursday, 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. And then Washington Park is open Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., Tuesday and Thursday, 12 p.m. to 8 p.m.
Yep.
Starting Monday. Yesterday.
Starting yesterday.
Starting yesterday.
Yeah, and people ask sometimes why Washington Park and Carnegie have those hours, and it's because they have a limited staff, but they
Right.
still want people to be able to come in at night who, work during the week.
Sure.
So they would like to give hours for anyone to be able to come in.
We love to see it.
And then we're open all the time, 24 hours.
24/7. We're the new Walmart.
Walmart's not open 24. Oh my gosh, Kelsey. I
Yeah, I know.
can't stand it.
I know.
Everything closes early now.
I know. This generation, we're
Washington
weak.
Park, the pandemic really messed up hours. I was a night person.
You are a night person.
Still am a night person.
Mm-hmm.
And I used to be able to go like 5, 6, 10 different places at midnight and later.
Not so much.
Nowhere. There's like one CVS
Maybe they're
and a gas station.
They're trying to prevent murder. I don't know.
That could be it.
Seems logical to me.
That could be it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that is the big change here. We've got really this also kind of puts us back to pretty much pre-pandemic services.
Right.
We're back to regular hours. We are renting out, well, not renting out. What's the word?
Not loaning.
Not loaning.
Offering
rooms.
room and board. You can sleep here. Just joking. It's a conference room in a theater. We're in the theater right now.
Yeah. Best room to record in. Beautiful sound dampening.
For sure. But
And then
yeah.
there's conference rooms at the other libraries as well. But you
Mm-hmm.
can reserve rooms.
Another big
for
thing, in-person programming.
And in-person
Starts
programming.
yesterday. Yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we are pretty much back to normal. Now, as of right now, we still have the masks required in all of the branches. And that's just based off of the number of cases in town.
Right.
So as those go up and down, we'll require them or not require them. And we've actually dropped very significantly.
We have.
In
We're
just the past couple of weeks.
trending downward, which is so nice.
Very quickly.
I'm ready.
Hopefully sometime soon we could be back to fully pre-pandemic everything.
Weird.
Yeah. Pretty wild.
Weird, wild
it's been
stuff.
such a very long time.
Right. I think back to like when we first got shut down and it was like, okay, well, I'll go home for a couple weeks and then
Kelsey and I were working
we'll be back.
alone that night.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. And we had
Weird.
a couple
people run in.
people run in and pick up 30, 40 books.
Yep. Crazy.
And the next day we closed down for a month and a half.
Yeah, I was going to say at least a month, maybe
Yeah.
2. It's pretty close to that.
Yeah.
Crazy stuff.
So we are very glad to be back. It has been very busy recently. Lots of people coming out here for all sorts of services.
We love to
Been
see it.
doing notaries and printing and faxing and books
Yeah.
and programs and had
It's
some
fun
really
stuff.
popular programs, and we'll talk about some more stuff coming up. And one other piece of library news, we have to say congratulations to Jess, our children's librarian.
Yay.
She got a new job working at a library closer to home for her.
And home is up north.
Yeah,
her.
she's a snow
A snow
native
bird.
no
A
bird.
snowbird. Is that what they call it?
That's what they call in Canada. That's what they call the Canadians that go to Florida for the winter.
Oh, well, she's not Canadian.
It's the opposite
and
of that.
she's not going to
She's
Florida.
going back to the north.
She's going to Minnesota.
Yeah.
Right?
Michigan, Minnesota,
One of
Montana.
those. It's Minnesota.
It's an M.
It's Minnesota.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we are going to really miss Jess.
Yeah.
She's awesome. And
A
does,
lot of people out in the community know Jess. She has made connections all over town. She's done all kinds of things for us here.
Yeah, she's leaving a big hole, and she left a good impact on the community and SJPL as a whole. So, Jess, we will miss you so much. You can
And
listen to this on
good
your
luck.
ride.
Yes, on your ride up to your new home.
To your new home. You could listen to us.
Yeah, we
Aw.
just had a little party for her today. It was really sweet.
Literally, we had cupcakes.
They were pretty good.
They were delicious.
They were teeny tiny,
From
but
downtown.
they were pretty good. Oh, really? Was it a
Yeah.
local thing?
Yeah, 3 Wishes Bakery downtown.
Oh.
Not a sponsor, but if you want us to be, let me know.
They were very good.
Yeah.
So Jess is going to be heading out actually just at the very beginning of March. So if you hear this in the first couple days of March, come see if you can catch her.
You may be able to catch her before
You may be
she
able to.
journeys north.
Yeah. And so we then secondly have to say congratulations to Misty.
Yes. So
Who-
exciting.
She was the children's manager downtown. She's going to be moving out here.
Yes.
So she's going to be taking over this, it's kind of more, it's the same job, but there's a little more outreach involved at this
Right.
branch, things like that. So we're very excited to have Misty. And then Misty's job is open. We will have to congratulate another person
Yep.
on the next podcast.
It's like mid-month. We'll have another round of congratulations. But yeah, we're very
So there
excited to have
is-
Misty.
And so when we're talking about the programs today, this Misty move coming here was just announced yesterday. So there might be, and she should be starting, I assume, at the beginning of March.
I would think so.
So there might be some
Switcheroos.
moving around of programs at some point.
Yes.
There might be some people filling in for programs that you normally come to on a regular basis.
Definitely.
Just keep that in mind. We always, whatever is on the online calendar is accurate for that day. for sure.
We're all pretty good about keeping it up to date. So just keep an eye on the calendar and you'll know what's happening.
Yeah.
Lots of changes.
Yeah.
Good changes.
So, yeah, lots of happening here in the library.
Yeah.
Happy to have it. There's a little bit of library news that we can cover this week, and one of them involves changes happening in our world today.
Yeah. Where do we want to start?
Let's start. We'll just talk about this. I found this article.
TikTok.
Yeah, that was just a little. Ooh.
Sorry, guys.
Just a little article about using from public libraries online, which is a really fun website to visit if you like public libraries.
Mm-hmm.
About using TikTok as a primary source.
Yeah.
Now, TikTok.
Not always a great place for reference reason. Like, not a good source necessarily. But.
Depends. Yeah.
Depends on who you're following.
It's one of those things where you have to critically examine what you're looking at. But they're using TikTok as a primary source here, but they're kind of talking in the article more widely about social media.
Sure.
And just the ways that, because this article was written in the aftermath of the Black Lives Matter protests that happened in the summer of 2021. Mm-hmm. 2020, 2021. 2020.
I can't remember.
Yes, it was 2020.
Okay.
And then everything continues.
Yeah.
Through 2021. And just talking about the way that things are documented in video, online through different social medias, and ways that libraries and other information people can take advantage of those social media posts.
Right.
To find ways to use them for more serious research and things like that.
Sure.
And then, unfortunately, today, we are in another transitionary period in our world where just last night, Russia has invaded Ukraine officially. And we are seeing things coming out of TikTok and other social media of documenting the process,
which is
and
just
what's unfolding there right now.
Wild.
Yeah, very unfortunate. Hearts go out to Ukraine.
Yeah, it's just sad all around. But I think a lot of people cope, with like dark humor. I know I do. Like, I always cope with humor, and that's something that TikTok and social media are really good at. I mean, you and I were watching some. Yeah, there's kind of two videos.
Sides to it, where there's, finding a light to make what's happening bearable. And then there's also like the documentary.
Right.
There's not only like professional journalists that are on the social, Twitter's a huge one for journalists.
Yeah.
And they can post video there, and Twitter has some pretty relaxed rules about what can be shown on videos on Twitter. So they can document things in a more serious way.
That's where I've like read most of my information about it, is I've just been on Twitter, seeing what's trending, following those trending topics, and that's keeping me pretty up to date with what's going on. I do try to avoid it though, because it's just so sad.
Yeah, early days here. We're hoping for the best.
Right.
But
okay, transition from that back to TikTok being funny. There's lots of library TikTok.
There is lots of library TikTok.
Lots of James Patterson slander. I think our library just got a TikTok.
I know we have been in discussions.
I think, hold on. Let's
to do one. Crystal has been very interested. Crystal runs or is in charge of our social media, making sure that we post appropriately on time and enough.
Yeah.
But there have been a couple of libraries that really gained quite a lot of popularity on TikTok.
Yeah.
Even outside of people that like libraries. And just kind of doing funny things.
Right. Ooh, there are a lot of libraries on TikTok that I'm seeing. I feel like an old lady right now. I don't know what I'm looking at. I swore I had heard we had a TikTok. Maybe I made that up.
We're working on it.
I know
We're
it's
working
in
on
the process. Who told me that? Alicia?
it. I don't know.
Did Alicia tell me that? I feel like she did. Yeah, I can't find it. Sorry, guys. What a bummer. I swear she told me. I'll ask her when I go upstairs. But I know we're in the process of getting one because Crystal's been learning all those fun like transitions you can do
Oh, yeah.
on the videos. She had her daughter Lila come and do one for her one day. It was hilarious and really cute.
So look forward to that.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
Yeah.
Lots of ideas going on in the brain.
How many ways can Kelsey sing?
How many
on
ways
TikTok?
can I post in one day? Who knows? Some more library news.
Yeah, something that we have brought up before, and we kind of
Just as
talked about it
fun.
right when it was just starting to become a thing, and we never got back around to it. But these rounds of book censorship in libraries
Yeah.
have been getting much more intense over the past couple of months. And this is mostly happening in school, high school, middle school, elementary libraries,
Right.
and public libraries.
Right.
And, you know, the way our government works, you can exert a lot of influence in your local community.
Mm-hmm.
And so people are able to go talk to members of their school board and their library board. And so it's just a way for certain ideas to get their foot in the door
Sure.
in a very easy way.
Mm-hmm.
So the efforts have really ramped up around the country
Right.
with specific hotspots. What's your article you found
This
about?
article is from Lafayette, Louisiana. And it is about the Lafayette Parish Library System and the library board. But this article is basically about the process that the library goes through to ban books and how to, they have a committee that was they would appoint 2 librarians with 1 board member. And the board president was not a fan of the system.
Mm-hmm.
So now they have voted to change it to 1 librarian and 1 board member, which I think will make the book banning process a little easier.
Yes, that is what that was trying to accomplish.
Right. So this is
Because that's something I'm not sure that we talked about last time we talked about book banning, was like the review process.
Right.
Which every library is going to have a different one, and some of them won't have a review process and are going to just be doing it case by case.
Right.
But oftentimes there will be a review process that involves any number of staff members or elected officials going through books that have been, what's the word, pointed out by the community as something they challenged.
Right.
That's the word, challenged by a community member.
Right.
Most of the time, the common practice in libraries is to have a policy that says for challenges you should refer to your selection policy, and as long as that item fits in your selection policy, then it will remain.
Right.
But that's a way to keep things in the library.
Right.
So that's why they are now going to boards and changing the policies.
Right.
So,
Oh, man.
so things are happening in that way.
Yeah, a quote that stands out to me, and I read this to you already before we started recording, but a resident in this community said she trusts doctors to treat her medical condition, not the hospital board members. She follows that with librarians are experts who have studied library science and have years of experience, while board members are admitted in this particular situation that they had not even read a book that they were attempting to ban.
Yeah. And that ties kind of this other article that I have from the Dallas Morning News in Texas. They did a poll of registered voters in Texas, and they found that the voters have more faith in the decisions of school leaders than elected ones. So people kind of know that this is a political decision that's being made.
Sure.
And so they have, when in their poll, they found that about 45% of respondents said they have either a great deal or fair amount of trust in the judgment of the local librarians, whereas only 25% have a great deal or fair amount of trust in elected state officials in these processes.
Right.
So it's a thing that's going to continue for the foreseeable future, and definitely keep an eye on it in your local community if that's something that you care about. I can guarantee that somewhere around where you live, there's a book being challenged.
Right. It's kind of happening everywhere, and it's, our job to make sure we get everything in the hands of people who it needs to be in the hands of.
Yeah.
To put it politically correct. So
if you care about the mission of the library, just keep an eye out for those sorts of issues in your community.
And we always need people to run for board spots. Our board is so great.
Our board is appointed
right
by the mayor.
Right.
Now, I'm not exactly sure what that process is.
I don't know exactly either.
But essentially, you're going to want to be known by the mayor.
Right. So get out there, get yourself known.
Be a community leader.
Yeah, get involved in your local community and make a difference. It feels good.
Yeah.
It's tiring. It feels good, though.
Kelsey did quite the community project. I don't know if we ever talked about that on the pod. Leadership St. Joe.
I probably didn't because I was so exhausted all the time. I just didn't want to talk about it anymore. Yeah, that was a big one, but I'm glad I did it.
Yeah. Well, that's all of the mostly sad.
I was going to say, this is such a bummer of an episode, man.
Just remember, the library is open again.
It's okay.
So you can come have fun here.
Yeah.
And we'll read fantasy books and...
Or not. I'm not a fan of fantasy.
I've never read a fantasy book.
Goodness sakes. I was going to say we can ask Sarah, but Sarah doesn't read fantasy anymore.
Yeah, well, she's just been preoccupied with her job reading.
I was going to say.
Yeah.
She doesn't really read for fun anymore.
Sad life.
Man, this episode is a downer. Okay, what's next on your agenda?
Do you have any
Some
books
talk?
to recommend?
I do. I don't... Okay. I'm going to lead with this. I don't know that I necessarily recommend
just something
this
interesting.
book. I just finished it last night and I have thoughts.
Okay.
So it's a new young adult, and I think it was kind of cataloged as a thriller. It's called At the End of Everything. And I honestly don't know how to pronounce this author's name.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's...
Marieke Nijkamp?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Sounds good.
Nijkamp?
I've never heard it out loud, so I don't want to attempt and to butcher it.
Well, I did.
Well, sure. But it is about a group of teens who are at a juvenile treatment center.
Mm-hmm.
So they are, I don't want to say troubled youths, because I think
they're
that's
caught
not fair.
in the system.
They are. They're caught in the system, as that happens everywhere. And these kids are there, and then a plague takes over the world.
Oh.
Sound familiar? And it's eerily similar to COVID-19.
Was it written before COVID-19?
It was written during COVID-19.
Okay, well then I wouldn't say it's eerily similar.
I don't think she wanted it. I don't know.
Right.
I don't know. Anyways, she said she wrote it when she was recovering from COVID-19, which is interesting. But so these teens are left. Basically, all of the higher ups in the company find out about this plague and just abandon all these kids who don't know anything that's happening. So they're left to their own devices. It was interesting.
Okay.
I would say I would probably like this book better if I wasn't in the middle of a pandemic myself.
Is there a type of person who would like this book?
I would say, I think teens would honestly like it better than I did as an adult reading it. Like, it was very juvenile, where young adult kind of toes that line because we really need like a middle grade section. And I think that this would be more cataloged as middle grade and might hit a little better because as an adult reading young adult books, this was not it. But it was a very interesting take on a pandemic.
Okay.
And it was suspenseful, so I liked that part of it.
Not too bad.
Not my favorite, but not my least favorite. So yeah, at the end of everything, I have it here at East Hills. I think we have it at other branches too, but by Marieke Nijkamp.
Nij.
Nijkamp.
Yeah.
So I know they have some other books out there.
Yeah, I was going to say, I've definitely seen that name before.
A rather popular YA author. So, yeah. Check it out. It's not too bad.
Well, I brought down... I've had this book sitting on the shelf for a while in the new books.
Ooh.
And it just seems very interesting to me. I had a friend call me the other day and want to go to Mexico City for a few weeks.
Yeah, that was an interesting phone call.
And it just made me think of this book. It's by Juan Villoro, and it's called Horizontal Vertigo. I don't know if you know that Mexico City, the whole book's just about Mexico City. Mexico City is built very, like, there's not a lot of tall buildings.
Okay.
And it's built outwards. So it's just very, very, very large. Because it's like, I think it might be the largest city by, land covering in the world. Because they have a lot of earthquakes.
Oh.
So they don't want to build things tall.
Interesting.
But there is a lot of people that live there. So it just spreads outward and outward and outward.
I did not know that.
And it's a very interesting city where, there's leftovers of, Aztec ruins. There's churches built by the Spanish colonizers. There's, hospitals built last year.
Right.
There's housing that's ancient. There's housing that's brand new. There's restaurants and, everything in a very large metropolitan capital city.
Okay.
But on this ancient ground. And so this author just writes about that. And apparently it's supposed to be very good.
Okay.
Have not read it myself.
Has a nice cover.
And it does have a nice cover.
It's your go-to.
And then this other one, I don't know if you remember Quinta Brunson. Does she look familiar to you? She was big on the early BuzzFeed videos.
Okay.
When they would do, all those really fun videos back in the day.
Yeah.
Like 2013, 14, 15, 16 time.
Back before it was just 50 items you should buy from Amazon right now. Yeah. Okay.
She was one of the creatives and people on this in their videos. And she has a book out called She Memes Well. MEMES, Memes Well. And it's not a biography. It's like, a comedian writing a book.
Okay.
So there's biographical elements, but also just like she's trying to tell a funny story.
I might have to read that one.
And the reason I brought it is because she has a new show. I actually don't know how new it is. That's on network television.
Oh.
Called Abbott Elementary.
Okay. I've been reading about this on the Twitter machine.
Yep. There's been a lot of talk about it.
A lot of talk about this show.
Because people seem to very much like it. And the one thing I know about it is that it's not like, a traditional sitcom like Big Bang Theory.
Right.
It's got like the more of a Netflix feel where it's got like the, funny comedy, but also like this is a serious situation.
Okay.
So there's like heart to it a little bit more than some like quote unquote in the network TV
Right.
sitcoms.
Right. Modern Family, that sort of stuff.
So I've seen several articles saying like this is the thing that's going to bring back television.
We
Which
love
I doubt,
to hear it.
But
right.
at least it's a good show on TV.
Okay, maybe I'll start watching that. I've been wanting a new show to watch because I'm almost done with
I'm
Ozark.
not sure. I don't know if it's on the first or second season yet. I don't know if it's just starting to get noticed as being a good show because I thought it had been out for a little bit. But just in the past couple weeks, I have seen a whole lot of articles about how this is a really good show.
I wonder where I can, probably Hulu is where I'd have to watch it.
Yeah, I'm going to say it's on NBC. Like it's on TV, which I guess you don't have anymore.
I don't. I'll give it a go on Hulu, though, and see if it's on there.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fun. That looks like a book I would like, too.
Yeah, I thought she was very funny.
Okay.
Back in the BuzzFeed days.
Maybe I'll check that
I was
one
definitely
out.
a BuzzFeed young adult. I was going to say kid, but...
Definitely not.
Fully in college when
that's a kid.
We're coming out.
Yeah, I was a kid. Another one that I read is nonfiction.
Oh.
I know.
Oh, I bought that for you.
You did.
Well, I bought it for the library.
Oh, right. But I was like,
a lot of people have checked it out, actually.
You should buy this book.
Yeah. I guess she's very popular because a lot of people have
She
it on hold.
is. So this is, it's called Hooked, How Crafting Saved My Life. And it is an autobiography written by Sutton Foster. Do you know who Sutton Foster is?
I have no idea.
She's a Broadway star.
Oh.
A big star.
Oh.
So she has been in
Patti
musicals.
LuPone?
She's, very similar.
Okay.
She's been in Thoroughly Modern Millie. She was on the show Bunheads. Have you ever heard of that show?
Never.
Okay. It was like an ABC Family type show. Kind of like Gilmore Girls. It was written by the Amy, whatever her name is. Amy Palladino.
No idea.
Might be making that up. Whoever wrote Gilmore Girls wrote Bunheads. And so, but she was also recently on the show Younger, which was on, can't remember that either. But this book was just great. So it was about her life and how she kind of came up on Broadway and, but it also...
Isn't this Women's something month?
Yes.
History? Women's history?
Oh, here it is.
Women's history
Women's
month.
History Month.
Yeah.
Yeah, March. Okay. So yeah, this would be a good book to read. Because she's a
And
powerful...
Quinta Brunson.
Right. Powerful women. But it brings in crafting with her life. And she talks about, the big projects she was working on during these points in time.
Is it my life was hard and this helped me? Or is it
sort of
my life was fun and this was fun too?
And her life definitely was not fun.
Okay.
She's had a really rough upbringing. But it talks about, like when I was having fertility troubles, I was working on this blanket, that sort of thing. So, which I can relate to because I craft myself, I crochet, and that's mostly what she does in this book. And so it was kind of cool because I look back to things in my life, like when I was pregnant with Hadley, I remember the blanket I made and that sort of stuff that you kind of relate
Something
back
you write
to.
a book about one day.
Sure. Sure. I've got plenty to say. We all know that. And so, I highly recommend this. So, How Crafting Saved My Life by Sutton Foster. Hooked. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks really good.
It was.
And it was definitely,
great.
one on the holds list. People were
good.
Interested in it.
Yeah, I loved it. I listened to the audiobook while I read it. So, when I'd get in the car or whatever, I'd listen and she narrates the audiobook, which was pretty cool.
Seems like a lot of work. Do you mean you read the book and then you would listen to some audio and then read more of the book? Whew.
I do that quite a bit.
That's wild.
Yeah, I do that quite a bit. And then on another nonfiction note I just checked out, I told you earlier, Storyteller by Dave Grohl.
Yeah.
From The Food.
Which we also have.
Yeah, so I just checked that out, so I'll let you know. Sarah Whitten was reading that too. Sorry, I'm getting texts from my 9-year-old that said, "Can you get the Babysitter Club book number 10? Please, places, please." As I'm trying to work.
Well, at least they want to read.
Yeah.
You
She's
know?
been asking me for it for a couple weeks, if I'm being completely honest. I just keep forgetting. I've had a really crazy couple weeks. And she said last night, finally, okay, the craziness is over. You can get me the Babysitter's Club. And I was like, you're not wrong. I will get it.
That's great.
So remind me when we go upstairs.
For sure.
Babysitter's Club 10.
Yep.
For Mackenzie. Okay. Well, fun. Some fun reads going on.
Yeah.
I love it. I've actually been reading again, so that's good.
Yeah.
Was in a big old slump. Not anymore. So
should we get into the programming for this
Yeah.
month? Which is, at least some of it's going to be in person.
Mm-hmm.
We'll try to let you know as we go along what is and is not.
But always, like we said, check the calendar for up-to-date stuff. Because
It'll say exactly what's going on.
Things change, such is life. The first one is a big one. This begins on March 1st, and this is March Madness Tournament of Books. A lot of people are probably familiar with March Madness in basketball, and so it is a bracket-style tournament where you get down to the final 2 teams, and that's the championship game. So we are doing that with books this year.
Yeah.
So what
like
you do is
voting between.
Yeah. So you cast your vote in our March Madness Tournament of Books. And this is based on books that were made into a movie.
Okay.
So we did that because we figured that would bring in the most, give the most audience an
Right.
opportunity to vote.
Right.
So we will vote on the Sweet 16 from March 1st through 7th, the Elite 8 from March 8th through 14th, the Final 4 from March 15th through the 21st, and the championship vote will take place March 22nd through the 28th. And this is for all ages, and you can vote in person or online.
Very nice.
Very nice.
Yeah.
So make sure you do one of those. Either come in or get on our website and cast your vote. I think we'll probably have a link up so that you can get on there and vote. We took Harry Potter out of there because,
Yeah. There's certain
unfair advantage.
spoilers.
Right.
Yeah.
Let's give someone else a chance, all right? So, yeah, that's happening the whole month of March. So that's
Yeah.
fun.
Be sure to vote for your favorite book turned movie.
For sure.
Any movies turned books? Does that happen?
Let's be the first. Actually, Mean Girls is now a graphic novel.
You're right. Yep.
So we
It feels more like franchising.
sure.
Anyway,
Anyways, carry on.
we have on the 1st as well a take and make craft from Elizabeth has put together a wind chime. You can pick those up at East Hills starting on March 1st. And it's just going to be, like we said last time, while supplies last, just come in and pick one up.
Yeah.
So we're not really doing the reservations for those anymore.
And then also happening on March 1st is my program, which is a DIY Mardi Gras mask. This is for teens 12 through 18 years of age. And again, this is in
it take and
person.
make or?
No, it's in person.
Oh.
You can come hang out with me.
Oh.
Yeah. I just realized the time isn't on here. I think it's 3:30 to 4:30.
The time is on there, but
Just
I
cut
I
off.
cut it off.
Sure. So, yeah, you can stop by, hang out with me for a little bit. You do have to register, though, because we can't have a bunch of you running around quite yet.
That's the thing for
In
the
person.
in-person programs. Often we do the registrations still.
Right. Just to keep the numbers still safe so we can socially distance. But I'm going to be over in the makerspace at 3:30 if you want to come hang out. And I have masks that are really cool that you can decorate for Mardi Gras.
And do you want to tell us all about this art contest?
Yes, this
that we're
is
having
another.
this month?
We have a lot of fun stuff this month, actually.
Yeah, this is probably my favorite thing we've done in a while.
This is cool. So, in honor of Youth Art Month, and that's hard to say, Youth Art Month, and National Reading Month, we are celebrating by giving out mini canvases and having an art contest. So, the theme is obviously reading, and the contest is intended for children in grades kindergarten through 12th. And then the mini canvas artworks will be on display at East Hills Library throughout the month of March, and the public is invited to vote for their favorite piece in each age category. There will also be a guest judge, from the, how do you say that?
Albright Kemper.
Albright Kemper. Yeah. Sorry, not a St. Joe native, guys.
Yeah.
Museum of Art. And then the award ceremony will be on April 4th, which if you participate, you do not have to be there to win.
Yeah. We will let you know.
Yeah. But yeah, pick up your canvas from any of the 4 branches. They've all got them. And then you just bring it back when you're done with your masterpiece.
And it's pretty darn small, so you don't, even if you have like a little kid.
Yeah. It's perfect.
They'll be able to do something.
For that younger age group, and it'll be broken into age brackets.
Yeah.
So
really interested to see what the high schoolers can come up with.
I hope we get some cool ones. We had 2 turned in today.
Nice.
My first 2 that we've gotten back. So
yeah, that's really exciting.
yeah. And so you can pick those up now. We've got them at the front desk at our branch and should be at the other 3.
Mm-hmm. And then just on the 3rd, we have an adult take and make a lucky magnet craft. That's just going to be at all branches. Pick one up while supplies last. And then we're also kind of skipping over our usual things that we still always have.
Right.
Wacky Wednesdays, Tricky Tuesdays,
Crafty So-and-Sos.
Those are story times.
Right.
A lot of those things that happen every month, we kind of, you know they're happening. We want to highlight the ones that are something a little bit different.
And again, those are all on the calendar, so go check them out. There's plenty of opportunities for everybody everywhere. Happening on March 3rd is Knitwits, plural, knitting for everyone. And this is for whether you are an experienced knitter or just starting out. This is a nice opportunity to join others who love to knit. And this is with Jen from downtown. Some practice supplies will be provided, but attendees are advised to purchase their own needles and yarn. And this is an in-person program.
Yes.
Super exciting.
And I think this is, the 3rd is going to be what? Thursday?
Yes.
So, and I think it looks like it's happening each Thursday.
Yes.
This month.
Yeah, it's a repeating program.
Yeah.
I want to go to that. I don't knit. I only crochet.
Time to learn.
I know. Maybe I'll stop by. Okay, happening on March 4th is SJPL Sprouts. And this is featuring Mr. Will Stuck. He's back.
That's great because everyone always asks me, is Mr. Will still work here?
Every single person asks us that. We get that like once a week at least.
If you have a kid and live in St. Joe,
you're going to ask
me
about Will. Yeah. And so these are just episodes that we release on Facebook and on the SJPL Sprouts webpage each week, which you can find at sjpl.lib.mo.us/sprouts. And they'll be saved on a playlist on our YouTube page as well. So you can always watch them. I think this happens every Friday with Will for the time being. So very cool. Kids love Will. Adults love Will. He's hilarious.
Watch the videos for sure.
Yeah, they'll be good.
And then they're going to be doing a painting by numbers on March 7th. That will be at the downtown library. And it says, do you love the idea of creating a masterpiece, but don't feel confident that you have the talent to pull it off? This may be the perfect option for you. So they're going to provide everything that you need, but this is another one where space is limited, so you'll just have to register online. And I know they're doing that a few times this month. I don't know if it's every week, but it will be occurring multiple times. So just go in, sign up, and go have some fun downtown. Super,
super fun. And then happening virtually on, March 10th is the Virtual Teen Book Club. And this is, again, a repeated program. It happens on the 2nd and 4th Thursdays of every month at 4 p.m. And in March, they are reading They'll Never Catch Us by Jessica Goodman, which I should register because I've actually read that book.
Well, there you go.
Molly, I'm coming. I'm coming to the book club. It's a great book. It's a thriller. YA thriller. Yeah, it's good. So yeah, March 10th at 4 p.m.
And then on March 12th, we're going to have one of our STEAM challenges. It's going to be March Madness themed. And that's going to be with Elizabeth here at the East Hills Library. Another registration, another event you have to register for. But they're just going to have an hour of different March Madness themed STEAM challenges, which is, science, technology, arts, and mathematics.
Yes. And then also happening on March 12th is the Afternoon Tea Book Club. And this is a book club sponsored by Friends of the Library. This is for adults that enjoy reading a mix of adult and young adult books, hosted by fan favorite Jenny Ellis. So March's book is The Lost Apothecary by Sarah Pinner. And Jenny hosts this at that tea shop downtown. We talked about it last month. What's it called?
Oh, Apothecary Tea?
That's not what it's called.
Tea Apothecary.
Nope.
The other one. Simply Tea?
Nope. What's it called? What's it called?
Are you sure it's not Apothecary?
Alchemy Tea.
Oh.
Alchemy Tea Company. It's new. And apparently really good. I've never been. It's next to Nesting Goods, which you couldn't find. So it makes sense that you don't know what I'm talking about right now. So when you find that, go into Alchemy Tea.
I surely will.
Preferably on March 12th with Jenny.
And on March 14th, there will be, which is Pi Day, 3/14. We will be having at the downtown library a Pi Day bracelet that you can make. This is going to be space is limited, but they are just take and makes that you can put together at home. So just make sure you get there in time to pick one up.
And then let's see, what else did we need to? Oh, mall story time.
Yeah, we talked about this last month.
Yeah, so this one's...
But as we said before, Jess will be leaving us.
Yes.
At the beginning of the month.
So this one is going to feature Miss Elizabeth, another fan favorite. So this is on the third Tuesdays of the month and is a live story time featuring books, songs, and interactive fun. And they will meet at the carpeted area near the Center Court Carousel at 11 a.m. And this is geared to children ages 0 to 6 and their caregivers. But all ages are obviously welcome to attend. And again, it's at the mall on March 15th.
And then on March 17th, there's 2 clubs that are going to be meeting in the downtown library. There's the Young Adult Chess Club, which is going to be meeting with Molly, and it's open to all skill levels, but it is meant for young adults to come have fun and learn about chess. And then also Misty, or someone perhaps,
yeah, I don't know who,
to be determined, will be hosting the Lego Club. And it's just for Lego enthusiasts for kindergarten on up, and they can come build and share their creations. And their theme for the month is art.
It's fun. Happening on March 18th is the Minecraft Show and Tell. And
these were always a hit.
Yeah, super fun. Registration is required for that one, though. So make sure you register for that.
And then we are going to have a true crime time about Bertha Gifford. Mm-hmm. That's going to be at the downtown library, and she is apparently considered the first female serial killer in the United States, and lucky us, she was a Missourian too.
Yay. You skipped one, and it's mine.
Yeah.
March 23rd. On March 23rd, you can pick up a kit from East Hills or downtown for a teen take and make leprechaun charm bracelet, and they are so cute. So I highly recommend picking one up. Super cute.
And then just to highlight the Friends Book Club, they will be meeting again this month downtown, hosted by Chelsea. They are going to be reading Garden Spells by Sarah Addison Allen. So if you are interested in joining them, give Chelsea downtown a call.
Perfect. Lots of fun stuff. Oh, did I miss one?
Just one more you wanted to highlight.
Which one? Oh, it's Jenny.
Of course.
I should have known. Okay, on March 30th, the virtual Murder, She Read cozy mystery book discussion, again, hosted by Jenny Ellis, and this is virtual, but the book they are reading is Road to Rocky Ruin by Mary Allen, and the author is joining them.
Yep.
Again.
She gets them every month
Every
somehow.
time, Jenny. She knows everybody. I said that to someone earlier.
Yeah.
I think it was Elizabeth. We were talking about something, and I was like, Jenny knows.
I'm sure, yeah.
Everyone. Everyone. So yeah, lots of cool stuff, and that doesn't even touch everything we have going on.
Yeah, there's a lot.
That was just highlighting the newer stuff and
Yeah.
in person and all that. So check out the calendar. Come see us. We've got a lot going on.
And we will talk to you in the middle of the month.
Can't wait. All right.
Bye.
Bye.